All right, welcome everyone to episode 4 of our 5 Seasons podcast. Today we're going to be talking about everyone's favorite time of year, CrossFit Christmas.
Open.
Oh,
Beat you to it.
I refer to it as CrossFit Christmas, and it's 3 weeks long.
Yep.
It's one of the best times of the year. Being a CrossFit affiliate, members always love this time of year, at least those that have been through at least one CrossFit Open. I know there's maybe a little bit of anxiety or like unknown if you haven't done the Open yet, but I will guarantee you that these 3 next Friday nights will be some of the funnest times that you'll have all year in the gym. So we look like we as coaches
We love it.
and as athletes as well
Yep.
have a really fun time. So just a quick, what is maybe not even what is the Open yet. We'll talk about maybe some of the formatting, and then we'll talk about what it is, what it isn't, what to be prepared for, and things like that. So starting February
The 28th? I believe it's the 28th.
We'll edit this one. Well, 26 is when it will be released. So like Thursday afternoons, the start of the Open week, they will announce what the workout is. So no one knows the workout until that Thursday at noon or 2 o'clock, something like that. And then that Friday, we will do Friday night lights. So we'll run, depending on the time frame of the workout, anywhere from 3 to 5 heats. We will have a DJ Riley Mulane, and then Travis Hempstead is going to be our MC again. And then, like I said, we're going to run the heats. We'll have judges for each person during the heat.
Everybody will have someone to make sure that they are...
Count their reps.
Yep, count their reps, make sure that they are meeting the standard, because that is a big thing.
Yep.
And then we'll also have a group of people for pit crew. Depending on what is needed for the workouts, sometimes they might need just one piece of equipment and it's done, so not a big deal, but...
Yeah. So if counting is your struggle, don't worry, we got you covered on that.
We got people that'll count for you.
If putting weights on the bar is a struggle, we'll take care of that
too.
for you. So it's
You get to
super
just
fun.
show up, warm up, and work out.
Yeah.
And then hang out and have fun.
Yeah. So signing up for the Open, I think right now we have somewhere in the mid-30s of signups. Last year we were pretty close to 50, and our goal is to get over that, which I think we'll have no problem doing. But if you haven't signed up, here's your plug. Get signed up. It's $20. What that gets you is you'll be on the worldwide leaderboard, and then you'll get an official judge to judge you during Friday Night Lights.
Yep.
And then everyone that does Friday Night Lights, we're asking that you are officially signed up so that we know and we can judge you. So, but all you got to do, we'll put the link here, is go to games.crossfit.com. There will be a registration link. Click on the registration link, put your information in, make sure you sign up under 5 Seasons CrossFit, so it'll ask what affiliate that you're doing it with, and then sign up there. So that's, I think, logistically what will go on. So we will do it, if I didn't mention, at the 5:30 class on Friday. We'll take the 5:30. Don't quote me on the exact time of that, but we'll have the evening essentially to do the workout.
Yep.
And then we'll go until it ends. So.
Yep. And also just of note, if for some reason Friday evening you're unable to attend, we will have that following Saturday will be an open gym where we'll have people that are there to judge so that you can make up the workout then. Or if for whatever reason neither of those times work, you have until Monday. I believe it's Monday evening.
Yeah.
Usually it's like 7 Eastern or something like that. Message a coach, be like, hey, I want to get the workout in. And one of us or someone, when we get to that point too, we'll have the list of people that have taken the judge's course and just find a time where you and that person can come in and get that work done.
And most of the time, like in prior years, like someone will post something in like the private Facebook group. So if you're unsure, just post something there.
Post something in there. Somebody will have, a half hour to come in and give you a hand. I mean, we're a community. We all help each other, so.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the intent of the CrossFit Open. Like kind of like what it is and what it is not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, big thing with the Open. The Open is about testing your abilities, not trying to prove yourself other than to yourself. Right. Is essentially the way I like to think about it. The CrossFit Open, we're on what, year 16? 15, 16 at this point. It's been going since 2011. Every one of those workouts is considered a benchmark in CrossFit.
Yep.
Because they are specifically tailored to be able to be done by anyone and everyone, but they do have essentially tests in them, whether that's a skill check, whether that's a strength check, or when you have those AMRAPs, those are just straight conditioning and how bad do you want it tests. And it's just one of those things where you do the test now, and then next year to year, the open workouts are not the same. There are repeat workouts every now and again. We'll get into that stuff later, but they are at the high level. They are all meant to test you in about every one of the 10 fitness categories. Whether that's, again, your skills, your strength, your conditioning, your accuracy, everything. Yeah. Just, they might on a piece of paper look completely different, but they are testing the same thing in just a slightly different way. So, it's about that shared camaraderie, that shared suffering that we like to call it a lot. And the Open is for everybody. Yeah. There's a reason there's
divisions.
Yep, the division. So you have the Open itself, the Open RX division, which is where you see people qualify for the games, things like that. And then you have the scaled division for people that want to still be able to be part of the Open, but maybe this certain skill is not there yet. Maybe that strength level is not there yet. And even past that, you have age groups, which the majority of the age group change doesn't happen until 55?
35.
Well, the actual movement changes.
Yeah, movements will change. 55. Yeah.
Movements don't really change until about that 55 range, but each basically block of 5 years, correct?
Yeah.
So like 35 to 40, 41 to 45, so on and so forth, which you'll get your overall like world score and then your age score. So it's really cool to kind of see from year to year, test to test, how you stack up not only against everybody, because like the Open itself, you're against Jason Hopper, Matt Frazier if he decides to do it, all those type of people. But then you can be like, okay, so testing myself against somebody at that level, I know where that's going to go, right? But then I can test myself against people that are in my age bracket, in my same category. When you were talking about registering for the Open, if you're someone who is like first responder, a doctor, there's little tags you can put in there for those as well, where you can test yourself against those in your profession. So it's kind of, again, it's more about a test, and it's more about you than it is about the score. Yeah. But it is cool to go back. I know Cliff, myself, we've been doing this for a long time. This will be my 9th Open. I think you're on 10, 11?
I'm like 11 or 12.
11 or 12, You're OOG. You missed the push-up one.
Yeah. I did miss the push-up one.
Yeah. No, there will probably never be push-ups in the Open again. They haven't been in there for 14 years. So
back in the day, we used to have to video our workouts.
Yep, you had to video everything.
So I do have some videos. So if you search me, and maybe I'll put that link in here too. You can see me with my running shoes and crappy overhead squats doing crappy pull-ups.
Yep.
But that's where I started. Oh, no, it wasn't crappy pulls. It was crappy double unders.
Oh, boy.
So
I might need to look this video up.
I'll put that link in there. Maybe I'll put a little clip of the video
There you
up
go.
here.
Yeah.
Cliff Rudsky, 14.1, North Central.
And again, it's about the testing. It's you tested yourself back then, and now your capacity, your skill level has increased since then, and now you get to see how different it is.
Yeah, I'm 41 years old now, and I was 28 when I started. So I guarantee you, my 41-year-old self will whoop my 20-year-old.
Oh yeah, my 35-year-old self right now will smoke my 25-year-old self any day of the week, no problem.
But hitting on the testing your fitness again, if it doesn't matter if you've been here for a month or if you've been here for 10, 12 years, you're testing your capabilities of the work that you've put in for the last month or for the last 10, 12 years. We like to always say, and we probably don't say it enough, it's always you versus you. And the Open is a good way to, I think last year there was 300,000, 250,000. There's hundreds of thousands of people that sign up across all divisions. And then you'll be on that leaderboard. And it's fun to, at least I like to go and like kind of see where I'm at after I log scores. And I'm like, oh, this dude in Finland got like one more rep on me.
Yeah,
like
it's fun to see that.
I'm coming after you next workout. So, and then we'll also have the gym internal leaderboard. So that's that's as fun, or maybe even more fun. Let's see. We talked about the format and the Friday Night Lights. So. Heat-wise, we will wait until we know what the workout is, because it could be like a 5-minute workout and then we'll have a whole bunch of heats, or it could be, hey, it's a 20-minute
AMRAP.
20-minute thing. So then we'll have more people in a heat, less number of heats. But that Friday night, we will build the heats prior to, typically.
Yep.
So Nikki will get that all prepped. She'll send emails out, and we'll get everyone kind of lined up so we can run Friday Night Lights efficiently. So let's see. Things we expect to see in the Open.
Yes.
Every year, and like I mentioned in the beginning, like we have no idea. Like Thursday at noon. Next thing you know, I don't know if Dave Castro is going to be doing the Open announcements this year or not. But video.
He's making the workouts as far as I know.
Okay.
So he's making them. I don't know if he's announcing them or if they're making a big show of it, or if he's doing his little Instagram post that you have to
picture of a rock, and then you're trying to figure out what the workout is.
Yeah, he's
be on the lookout for that. But video goes live, and then him or someone else will explain the workout.
Yep.
We'll get the score sheets, and that's the first that we know. We've got about 24 hours to figure it all out.
Yep. Pretty much.
So what movements to expect? There's some pretty common ones that have happened over the last decade or been programmed in the CrossFit Open. So we'll give you a quick rundown of those. The good news is to you, we do a lot of these during class. Some years
I'd arguably say we do every single one.
Yep. Some years they'll throw in some wild things like nobody knew what a wall walk was, or like very few people knew what a wall walk was before they programmed it in the Open, and it was all of our first times.
2017,
doing
the dumbbell
freaking
snatch.
wall walk. Yeah, and
The
then before
dumbbell
that,
heavy in 2017 that nobody was prepared for.
CrossFit gyms didn't have dumbbells.
Yeah, actually, I remember that. we were looking. I remember because I was part of Craft at the time. We were looking for more dumbbells. And It's like we couldn't find dumbbells within an hour.
Yeah,
it was wild.
I did it with a metal 50-pound dumbbell that we just happened to have. I was like, oh, great, I'll just do it with this. And I remember dying during that workout, and like now, I'm like, oh, that wasn't too bad.
I remember dumbbell snatch, a lot of people ostriching, trying to stick their head in the sand, and I was one of them.
Yep.
And I
Back
since then
up.
have been very conscious of that and have gotten much better at them.
So with that, all the movements, we'll share some of the common ones and then what we kind of expect to see this year.
Yeah. So kind of when you look at a list, workout movements that have been in the Open, all but essentially every one. You got double unders and thrusters are essentially the two that I believe we've seen every single time.
Yeah.
And then you can throw in your chest to bars, your toe to bars, wall balls, some sort of barbell, whether that is snatch or clean, muscle ups, and everyone's favorite burpees.
Yeah.
Those are like your, 8 to 10 movements that if we don't see, I would be surprised, right? So kind of the way the Open is, at least in the last few years, been structured with 3 workouts, more than likely we're going to have, and this is, again, completely my subjective thing, like I don't know, I have no info, I don't know Dave Castro personally, anything like that, but more than likely there's going to be one workout's going to be some style of an AMRAP, where it's just how much work can you get done in this chunk of time. Mm-hmm. And it'll more than likely be 2 to 4 movements. It'll probably have one or two of those movements I just said. It'll probably have more than likely the gymnastics double unders.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a couplet or a triplet typically.
And then I've noticed for the last few years, there's usually one workout with some sort of ascending rep scheme or descending, one of the two. Again, going back to the 2017 with the dumbbell snatch, burpee box jumps, you started at 50 and 15, and then the dumbbell got less and less. Or the wall walk double under workout from a couple of years ago, where that went up.
That was ascending.
That was ascending, starting with 1 and then 3.
Atrocious.
That was a rough one. And then usually there's going to be a 2-part workout. That 2-part workout usually has...
Those are my favorites.
Yeah, those are your favorites because that second part is usually a max attempt at something. We've had cleans in the past. We've had snatch a long time ago.
There was a thruster.
Yep, the max thruster. So...
typically a clean or a thruster.
Yeah, it's typically a barbell movement, but there's always that little tickle in the back of my mind that it's going to be a 2-part workout, but that second part is going to be, let's say 155, as many cleans as possible in 3 minutes. Something like that. Something where it's still work capacity, but it's at a heavy enough weight that it's, because it's one of those, during the Open, there's at least what I call the 3 checks. There's a cardio check, which is usually your AMRAP. There's a strength check, which is usually heavy weight. And there's a skill check. And that skill check is usually your handstand push-ups, your muscle-ups.
Wall walks.
Or wall walks, yeah. Well, what was it, last year? Anyway. It was last year or the year before where it started with wall walks, it went to handstand push-ups, and then for the first time ever we saw strict handstand push-ups, and you had to earn the chance to do those. Like you got extra time if you got done in a certain amount of time. So I think
that was was there cleans or snatches in that workout?
Yes, there were snatches in that workout. I think it was double unders, snatches, and handstands. Yeah. And then if you got a certain amount done, you got an extra 5 minutes to do like another set, which is those earn your work style workouts. Which me and him love those. Those are some of our favorite ones to do. Because it's like you've got to get through this first chunk to earn the chance to do the harder work. And it's just kind of one of those things that internally can kind of just pump you a little bit.
Yeah. Last year I was a little bit disappointed because they didn't really have like a max attempt lift.
Yeah, last year we didn't really have that max.
Which is my jam.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And like I said, those are usually the checks. But then I'm trying to think back to, I remember a year where they didn't have that either, but they had one of those earn your own works, where you started with like, I think it was a 135-pound barbell.
Yes.
Toes to bar and double unders, I think, were
Yeah.
the three. You did a couple of rounds, then you earned more time to go up to 185.
Yeah, you went up for weight. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it finished it.
Dude, that was.
Did that go all the way to 315
Yeah, I didn't.
or 275?
Yeah, I think.
One of the two.
I was in like the 225s, I think, or something.
That was
that,
like
yeah.
my second year of CrossFit. I think at the time 185 was a PR. You know.
Let's so expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
Because what Tony and I are talking about, like these are stats from the last decade plus, but it doesn't mean that CrossFit wouldn't get a wild hair and then throw something else out.
Well, I mean,
like we've never seen a kettlebell in a workout. It's highly unlikely, but it's something that we train with. Push-ups, like Tony said, those things are very hard to like judge reps.
The standard on those ones is the reason we've never seen them since.
So you'll typically see movements that are easily judged or more easily judged than something like that. I would not expect anything like from a rack.
Nope.
Like machine-wise, you'll probably only see a rower.
Yep.
Has there ever been a bike?
Not in the Open. There has been in like quarterfinals and stuff, but for the Open, no. Yep. I was going to make sure we touched on that part.
Yeah. Quarters. So every year, or at least the last handful of years, they've done it a little bit differently, which is kind of frustrating, but it's also kind of cool.
Yeah, they're trying to find what's going to work best.
Yep. So there is the next level after the Open. This year, that next level is the top 25%. They call it moving on to quarterfinals.
Yep.
So after you've completed the three workouts and logged those, they'll take the top 25% and you'll get an additional couple of workouts that are released. I don't know the exact time frame on those, but it'll be afterwards.
Yeah, it's about a week, a little bit more than a week after. I just have it pulled up. So like the Open is February 26th to the 16th. Quarterfinals starts the 26th and goes to the 30th. So you get those additional workouts, but you only have 3 to 4 days to get all of them done.
Yeah, it's a weekend.
It's a little more of a crunch, but that's a conversation for another time.
Now, good thing is with you all logging and be on the whiteboard, you kind of have an idea of where you're going to land, or at least where to shoot for. So in the app, it will tell you if you've been logging for any period of time. It'll give you like an animal, and it'll tell you like a number. That number is essentially your fitness percentile worldwide. So there's hundreds of thousands of people that use Beyond the Whiteboard. Every time you log a score, it'll show you like, oh, that was 70, or that was 20, or that was 90, like whatever that is your percentile worldwide. And then right now you should be able to go and look in the app, find that number, and be like, oh, I'm at 72. Like, good chance that I could move to quarters if I push a little bit harder. Comparing yourself to yourself, that's your number, and then gives you something to shoot for.
Yep. And there's always certain people everyone's better at certain parts than others.
Yep.
So depending on certain workouts, like there's been years where I've had I think the highest I've ever ended a open workout, I was in like the 81st percentile.
Okay.
That was a workout that was heavily in muscle ups, which I've gotten rather good at in the last decade.
Yeah.
But there's other workouts. What was it? The like dumbbell snatch with lunges that we had. Was it last year, year before?
Yeah, that was last year's.
Yeah, last year's
with,
where I was doing it while I
lines
was
are still out there.
Yeah, the lines are still on the floor. Like that workout demolished me. I mean, it didn't help. I think I needed a plug in my nose during it, but it's like you're gonna have some workouts where you're gonna score higher, some lower, and it's that cumulative that gives you that real tell of what, or not tell, of where you are, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It used to be 5 weeks long. Now it's 3.
Yeah, 5 was a little
5
much.
was a bit much.
By the 5th week, most people are like, can we done?
Yeah. 3's about right.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Three's perfect.
So, going back to talking about folks that have done the open before, they've probably heard the term open magic. You might have seen it in some social media posts.
Yeah. It's 100% a thing.
But that is probably one of the more exciting pieces of the open, is the open magic. And what that is
somebody doing something they've never done before.
Yeah, multiple people.
It happens all the time.
It happens during the open where it's a first pull up. It's a first muscle up.
It's a PR on a barbell.
It's a PR on a barbell. Yeah, it's challenging yourself in ways that you didn't think that you can do, that you've been trying to do, that the open hype kind of got you over that. And there's been numerous people in the gym that have had a moment like that, including I would say us as well.
Yep.
So it is a little bit extra motivation. During your normal class workout, you don't have 20 people cheering for you right there and a judge counting your reps.
Yep.
So sometimes it's like pick the barbell up. There's actual people that are like encouraging you, where like normally like maybe I'll walk around it a couple more times before I pick it up. Like, nope, it's go time.
Yep.
Or hey, we're gonna get this pull up, and like, yes, you're so close.
Yeah. It's that whole thing of, and we've all had this before, when you're in a workout, the little guy in your head's telling you stop, but he gets kind of drowned out when people are telling you to go. So it helps push you. And just small piece of advice, you can do more than your mind will let you do.
Yep.
Your mind will stop before your body does.
Yep.
That is just the blatant fact. Like it is what it is. So sometimes it's really good to have that extra push that's not just, well, I'm just trying to like watch Cliff out of the corner of my eye to make sure I can keep moving. Because internal motivation will only go so far. External motivation will help push further.
Yep. Favorite open workout? I know I didn't ask you that before. I can go first if you would like.
I've
first. I've got one teed up. Although, well, I guess they all burn you in a certain way.
Yeah.
My favorite would be I think it's 18 2A and B, or it's either 1A and B or 2A and B, where it is 10 double dumbbell front squats.
That was a good one.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't forget the burpees over the bar.
Oh yeah, the burpees over the bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's
the
descending
dumbbells,
of those two.
The burpees over the bar, and then after you finished all that work, and I think it's a pretty tight time cap.
I want to say it's 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Whatever time you have left is a max clean.
Max clean.
Yep.
So
I remember that one.
You get a score for A, so like the time that it was to complete all of those front squats and then the burpee over the bar, and then whatever time that you have remaining, you get to hit a max clean, and that's Fire Flames.
That is a good workout. I've got a couple pictures of me with a pain face from that one from 2018.
Yeah. Come up with one yet?
So I actually came up with a couple. So favorite, like the one I really liked doing, and then I have one that's like the one I'm proud of. So the one I really liked doing, we mentioned it before, was the snatches, double unders, handstand with the max thruster afterwards. That one I loved because it was one of the only times I've ever done an open workout twice. And it was for the simple reason of I I think I'm combining 2 workouts because the snatch, double unders, and handstand is with the strict.
Yeah. Because the max thruster was the one with the burpee pull up
And shuttle run. Okay, so yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's
Shuttle runs.
Yeah, shuttle runs. Yeah, that one. The burpee pull up and shuttle run, and then going to a max thruster after that. The reason is because, like, I had to push myself the first time I did it, and it was I did well, and then I got to the thruster and I had that moment of, I know I can do more than this, I just don't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when I redid it, it was essentially, it was slight logistical changes more than anything.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't go a ton faster, but it was the fact of I redid it and I put a 200-pound thruster over my head.
Nice.
Yeah, that was, I think, 205.
Dang.
Which was like, well, the thing was like, I just didn't have enough time to recover to do it the first time.
Yeah.
And then the one I'm most proud of is 17.2. This is we were talking about actually before. It's I believe it was double dumbbell. Is it cleans or lunges? Anyway, like you did a lunge like down and back. You did pull-ups. You did down and back, and then you hit muscle ups.
Yeah.
And the workout it's like 15 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
The muscle ups I hit at like right around like 6 minutes.
Was there a row in there?
There might have been a row too. Yeah, I think you had to row some calories. I'd have to look up the actual workout, but the reason that's the one
muscle up one.
Yep, that was the one I was most proud of because I got to the bar with 7 minutes and I could not do a muscle up at the time. And I spent 8 minutes trying to get a muscle up. I will not lie, I lost my composure and there might be a small dent in the wall. I didn't break my hand at least.
Yes.
But that was the open workout that made me really take a look and really change a lot of things and what essentially pushed me until like where I am now. And that's where, like, I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn a little bit, but that's kind of like one of the things I'm known for in our gym and in our coaching group is my proficiency and ability to teach the gymnastics portion. And that's because of that workout. That workout, I kid you not, the next day, I had a bruise from here, this big across my chest from just slamming into the bar because I didn't know what I was doing wrong. Mm-hmm. But, years of working on it, finding out as much information as I can.
Going to the gymnastics
to our gymnastics clinic as well. And just like all the stuff I've done, I've turned what at the time I considered a complete failure and a weakness into a strength. And I don't remember when it was. It was a couple of years ago, I think. We actually had that workout in class, and I absolutely obliterated my score. I think I nearly doubled my reps. So it's like, yeah, that's from 2017. That was my first Open.
Yeah.
That was my first Open with just over not even a year.
Seems like yesterday.
It does. It really does. It's wild to think about.
So you didn't repeat that one, but
not at the time.
But you did repeat, the year of. But you did repeat the burpee pull up.
Yep.
And
I repeated that one. I think I don't remember if I did it the next day or if I did it on Sunday. I don't remember which one I did.
So let's take a quick minute and talk about repeats.
Yes.
When's a good idea to repeat, and when are we not? When would you recommend not repeating?
So when I would recommend not repeating, the biggest thing is how you feel after the workout, and I don't mean how you feel about your score.
Yeah.
How do you feel the workout went? If you went in with a plan, which you should at least take 2 minutes to make, like I say, for every workout we have, you should take 2 minutes, look at the workout, be like, okay, I know I can do this, 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 this. This is how I'm going to break this up. This is how I'm going to strategize the workout. Yeah. If that plan completely failed and you
were sick.
Let's let's say the workout starts with 20 cals on the rower, and you're like, okay, I'm going to do a 1700 pace, and I'm going to be through it. You get off that rower the first time, and you can't breathe.
Yeah.
And that completely destroys the rest of your workout.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, I would say yes. Yeah. And then you do get to the point, if you're somebody that's kind of on that line where it's like, hey, I did the workout. I think if I adjust here and here, I can bump myself like an extra 4% and get into that quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
My first thing, never do the workout twice in one day.
Yeah.
Never.
Well, what I would say, so like the first time that anyone's really going to do it is going to be at Friday Night Lights.
Yep.
And like the music's going to be loud.
Yep.
Your friends are going to be cheering you on. It is going to be the most hype that you're going to have during a workout. So if you were to redo it, you will not have that much. I mean, we'll have our standard gym music and all that.
You'll have it'll be hype. A judge and maybe a person or two. I know we've had some people show up to kind of cheer people when we do them on Saturdays, but it's not the same
unfortunately, it's not
thing.
the same.
Yeah, it's not the same thing. For the majority of people, doing it on Friday is good.
That's going to be great, yeah.
Or, if you can't make it on Friday, doing it on Saturday is perfectly fine. Like last year, so because I was coaching Friday mornings, I was like getting up at 4 a.m. and then not working out till, even if I was in the first heat, it wasn't until 5:30 at night. It was like, that's just not, for me, that's just not conducive to a good workout. So I just purposely did them on Saturdays. And for the most part, I feel like I did relatively well. So.
To get prepared, at least like strategy wise, we'll talk through some things during Friday Night Lights, and I see Tony actually has one of my favorite websites pulled up, but is the WOD Prep. They will typically, and he puts these videos out so darn quick, but he'll have like strategy guides on like, hey, here's the workout. Here's where I think if you're at, this level or this level, like here's a good spot to break. Here's a good way to pace this. Here's an efficient way to do wall walks. Here's if you don't have double unders or like, he'll go through a lot of the things. Like I'll even go through and look
I'll usually watch them
strategy wise,
just to kind of get a little thing, but. Again, it kind of goes back to your own, yourself better than anyone else does. So hey, if we've got, I was looking ahead to next week's workouts already. We got the thruster chest to bar ascending 3, 6, 9, 12 until you're done. Like if you know yourself and you're like, hey, thrusters, I can just go, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Go unbroken on them, but like my chest to bars, that's where you break it up.
Yeah.
Unless you're very, very new, you kind of know your capacity to a point. I can do this much, but I'm going to be completely toasted. So let's do this much, take a breath, and then do that much again.
Yeah.
And just a quick thing to help people out. If you are planning on breaking up movements, try to break it up into a descending rep scheme. If you're doing, we like to have those weird numbers in CrossFit. If you're going to do a 21, break it up into 8, 7, 6.
Yeah.
Mentally, it makes things so much easier to be like, hey, I got this set to do, but I just did more than this, so this is going to be easier.
Yeah, I can pick this up and go.
Yep. That's helped me a ton in workouts.
While we're talking about strategy, the 2 weekends prior to the Open, we will be hosting a
7th and the 21st.
Yeah. Sorry, not the 2 weekends. 2 weekends before. Yep. So Saturday the 7th and Saturday the 21st, we will be doing kind of an open prep clinics.
Yep.
So we'll have
an open skill clinic.
Yeah. So we'll be doing skills around the gym. So that'll be time to work on your skills as well as to ask questions. We'll talk strategy about specific workouts, and then we'll have some sort of open-esque or open workout during those as well. So
we'll have multiple coaches there. We'll have small groups working on different movements. You won't have to spend the entire time working on one thing if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like if you want to come in and work on pull-ups for a half an hour,
Yeah.
awesome. We'll have a coach here to do it with you.
Yeah.
If you're like, hey, I need some efficiency on my toes to bar and I need some work on muscle ups, we'll have some time for you to go do both.
Yeah. All right. You have anything else that might be beneficial for the world to hear?
Remember, it's you versus you.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. It's you versus you. Sign up for the Open.
Yeah.
Like you come in here and you work out every day or every few days, whatever it is. This is how you can really track that year over year because, like I said back at the beginning, the Open overall tests everything. And that's how you can really see that change from year to year. Yes, you can see the change from this specific workout that you did on this day a couple years ago. But this really gives you that like snapshot of the year.
Yeah.
Because it's like I went back and I was looking at like all the Open work, like all my Open scores from like the last 10 years, just because we were getting ready for this, and I was looking at them, and with the exception of there's one year that I was very sick, and there's one year where I think I put a score in wrong and it never got changed. Because there's like one year where I'm like randomly like way up here, and I'm like, that's not that can't be right. I was like, one of those scores must be wrong. I think I put like 240 instead of 140 or something for a workout. Oops. And I must have missed it. And then there was like a year I was deathly ill and I only recorded like one workout. Yeah. But over that time, like I can look at each one of those years and I know exactly what was going on that year. I know why my score was where it was. I can pop open the workouts and be like, oh, yep, that was the year I was focused on this, and that's why that got better. That's why this was hard.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing because like our big thing in this gym is longevity, right? How do you know where you got to if you don't know where you started?
Yeah. It's measurable.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's a super fun community event.
Oh yeah, it's always a ton of fun.
And then going back to the CrossFit Magic, I guarantee you will not regret signing up. You will learn something about yourself, and you might just have a PR, whether that's pull up, muscle up, barbell work, whatever that might be. So you will surprise yourself, guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So
that's the best part to watch as coaches.
Yeah.
By far, is watching people do stuff that we know you can do. You just have to prove it to yourself.
Yep. So, all right. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down here. Like, follow, subscribe our podcast. We'll grow. We have over 100 subscribers right now.
Yep.
So woo.
Getting started. There.
And then if you can't think of anything right now, please come to Saturday, February 7th and the 21st for our mini clinic.
Yep.
Because that will help you be successful in the Open coming the following weekend after that.
And not even just the Open. It's just if you're wanting to work on those skills.
Yeah.
Because those are skills.
Open or not.
Those are stuff
Open
you're going to see.
Yeah.
I mean,
in class.
Yeah. The stuff we'll see in the Open, you see on almost a weekly basis, just in a different variety.
And like wall walks, we never had them in class until the Open. Now we have them in class. So.
Well, until 2017, basically nobody in CrossFit used dumbbells.
Nope.
Now they're used a lot.
Yep. Inspire, empower, evolve. All right. We'll see you next time.
See ya.